Hello, Parastoo. It's nice to be in your house, and it's very lovely view outside. So, I was thinking to talk to you since the moment we met, and it's just exciting story behind you. Where you originally from?
Hello, Alex. Welcome to my home. I appreciate you coming in today. I am originally from Iran, Tehran, but I've been living in Vancouver for 22 years. Don't calculate my age, though.
Okay, I will not. So, a little bit personal, but have you ever thought about Canada when you grew up?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
No, from what I remember as a child, we were supposed to go to England,
Oh.
but we ended up in Canada, thankfully.
Good. Yeah, especially now you see the difference. But speaking of the difference, we're the first generation immigrants, and we definitely found Canada rather different than other countries. I have experience in America and other countries in the world, from Middle East to Europe to Asia, and I found Canadian approach to diversity and what we call mosaic, cultural mosaic, is different from other countries in the world. Do you think?
I agree. Although I haven't worked in other countries, but from what I hear and travel a lot, one thing I like about Canada is that Canadians respect other cultures and backgrounds and tradition. And I think that's one of the things that make Canada more diverse. I know you lived in California, though. What do you think?
Well, the biggest difference, in my view, between America and Canada is actually that diversity, approach to how cultures assimilate. And in America known as a melting pot. So technically, you come into America, you have to be like American. Sooner or later, you have to understand that you have to be part of the society. That's what they call melting pot strategy. In Canada, it's mosaic, and mosaic, it's a significant difference. Now you see every piece of mosaic plays its role, and it's significant. Well, speaking of ethnic communities, do you think entrepreneurs, like in your business, let's take your business, very successful business, very unique too, but working within community only, like secluding yourself to your customers from your culture, speaking language, definitely can bring some benefit. But is it the recipe for startup entrepreneurs?
Honestly, no. I know at the beginning it sounds more comfortable, especially the culture, the tradition, the language. It's just comfortable. But as a business owner, it's better you go out and you need different niches. You need to know other cultures, other backgrounds, because you need the clients and you want that clients if you want to grow.
That's how you grow, right?
Yes. Honestly. So I know your business dealing with other immigrants, you have to know other backgrounds and cultures and go out there. Even with my business, I get clients with different backgrounds, with different traditions. They sometimes do not eat certain stuff, so we need to know that. What do you think?
Well, I agree 100%, maybe 1,000%, because like what we like and our approach is when we open a new country, and we work pretty much all over the world, but when we started, before we offered certain programs to this community, to a country, to this society or cultural group, we definitely research. We understand. We're trying to get into it in their mind, what they're looking for, how to help them. Because many people use what we call cookie cutter approach. You use that word. I remember the saying, when you have a hammer as a tool, every problem looks like a nail, which is very unfair to people if you want to treat them well and fairly and sincerely. And I think that's a secret for success that we both experience. Well, we're all successful, right? We grow and we're happy. But what if you meet some hotshot venture capitalists? What's your elevator pitch for them about your business?
So my business motto is actually begin a better you. We are there to
very nice.
offer you tools and experience to build your best version. And we have the experience, we have the knowledge, we know the backgrounds. So instead of you maybe wasting a lot of time, we are that shortcut to this success for the best version of you. I know for immigrants, as an immigrant, it's always a good idea to have somebody with that experience as well. Don't you agree?
It's actually right on the money, what we say here, right? Why? Because I think you just named the biggest benefit successful startup entrepreneurs, especially newcomers, can experience, because if they understand people, if they try to offer them something uniquely theirs and basically help them to get better, I think that's a recipe. Because when you helping people, like why I like my business, we help people to fulfill their dreams, new country, future for their next generation and kids, and it's just unbelievable feeling.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. Do you think you can simply distinguish yourself from local competition in your industry?
I like to think so.
Okay.
I think
How so?
our uniqueness when it comes to other businesses and competition is we are from different backgrounds and different cultures and different experience, and we personalize our programs and based on our client needs and wants. We are not a cookie cut business. Even the way that I run the business is not a cookie cut business. We don't treat our clients that way. For example, when we write a diet for somebody, a program for somebody, we do it based on their need and lifestyle. So what I give you may not work for the other person.
Absolutely.
It's personally
Yes.
for you. And I think with both our businesses, that's really important, because you want to find a better home for that specific family, and we want to find a better life and body and health for that specific person.
Exactly. Otherwise, it will not fit.
No, and I think that's that's when a lot of failures come.
Exactly. Try to impose something on people. People don't like it, or people don't understand it. Well, for people back in Iran, because we work with Iranian community, and it's incredibly educated. What can I say? Charming, very lovable, and very, I would say, entertaining, because you like life to be sharp and bright and big,
passionate
and passionate about everything you do. For people back in Iran, what would you recommend them to change in their mindset and their approach to, let's say, immigration? To be afraid, not to be afraid, how to prepare? What would they benefit from experienced person like you, who is also a newcomer?
Yes.
You're an immigrant of first generation.
Yes,
and
I
very
am.
successful and very
Thank you.
Canadian.
Thank you. I think the one advice I can give them is find the right people for immigration. From my experience and from my family, like when I moved here, I was younger, so my family did all the work, and to find the right person to help them with the right knowledge, with the perfect, not cookie cut solution,
Right.
is the important part. And even with the business, like pick a business that will work for you, because anywhere in the world you have to work hard and you have to enjoy every day. And I think that's where you come in and me come in, like you know what works for them, instead of going around and wasting time with all these rules keep changing every day. I know the rules here are so many different than 20 years ago. It's better to do the research and find the right people and make the decision and have a little bit of courage, I guess.
Courage is a good word, and I also encourage people to probably, my general advice, like in your industry, in my industry, always get a second opinion before you jump into treatment. Go and interview or ask and visit and take consultation with few professionals, because in my world, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. That sounds cliche, but if you don't care, it's so visible, it's so understandable, and people missing this big point. And sometimes they look for something cheaper, and cheaper means what? Cheaper is compared to what? I usually ask, compared to what? And if they see the value of services, they see the complex approach that we, for example, exercise, I know you have it too. You're not letting people go and get diet plan somewhere and then treatment here and then another treatment in another clinic. Who will take responsibility for the final outcome?
Yeah, the mismatch.
Exactly, because this person don't care about that person, and that's how it works usually, or rather doesn't work. So yeah, I think we're in the right place to make people happier. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm very glad to meet you, and I hope everybody take that opportunity
Absolutely.
to get to know you.
Cheers.
For their big move.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.